The next method of climbing to discuss is standing climbing. Standing climbing is used for numerous reasons on a climb. When wanting to accelerate up a climb, the rider can utilize their body weight to apply additional force to the pedals. When the rider needs additional bike and body separation, such as when they're going up a very short and steep section of trail. Also, when they need a break from seated climbing due to muscle fatigue. A long, gradual climb may become uncomfortable, and a moment of standing climbing uses different muscles and can be a welcome change. The standing climb consumes more energy from the quads and upper body and is best for short periods when the trail is not technical or loose. Let's review the teaching points for standing climbing. Be in a good ready position. Use powerful pedal strokes with each leg. Pull with the hands in an alternating fashion as you pedal. For your moving demonstration, set up cones on a moderate climb. Ask participants to stand near the top or side to allow them to see the rocking motion of the bike and the forward bike and body separation. Here are appropriate progressions for the practice period with student athletes. Progression number 1, have riders ride through cones on a moderate climb. Progression number 2, increase the grade or length of the climb. Progression 3, use a short and very steep grade. Progression 4, use an undulating climb and ask riders to transition from seated climbing to standing climbing as the steepness increases. What are some common things to look for during your observation, error detection, and correction? Riders have difficulty maintaining balance or direction. In this case, the rider's weight is too far back with too little pressure on the front wheel. Number 2, rear tires losing traction and spinning. In this case, their gear choice is too easy or the rider is not pedaling smoothly. Additionally, the rider may be positioned too far forward. Number 3, the rider is forced to stop. Their gear choice is likely too hard.
Let's review a bonus tip for standing climbing. Note the difference in your pedaling cadence between seated climbing and standing climbing. When seated climbing, you can maintain a much higher pedaling cadence than you could if you were standing climbing. How can we utilize this on a hillside with varying steepness? Consider you're going up a relatively easy grade, but then it begins to steepen. Your cranks begin to slow down, your cadence begins to slow down, and you may need to consider whether it's time to shift to an easier gear. Consider instead standing up. As your cranks slow down, you can stand up, and then you'll be able to do standing climbing during that portion of the climb that's steeper. As the steepness lessens and you notice that your cranks are beginning to speed up while standing, sit back down, and then you'll be able to maintain a comfortable pedaling cadence back in the saddle. So to review, we can utilize this in order to avoid having to shift on a climb unnecessarily. Start in a seated position while climbing. As the cranks slow down, stand up and continue climbing through a more difficult portion of the climb, and then as that lessens, sit back down. That concludes our video for standing climbing. I look forward to seeing you in the next video for crouch climbing.